The rivalry between Rafael Nadal, Roger Federer, and Novak Djokovic stands as the most extraordinary era in men's tennis, a two-decade period where three legends pushed each other to unprecedented heights. Together, they carved up 66 major singles titles, creating a golden age defined by their epic confrontations. Within this historic rivalry, each man forged a unique path and presented a distinct challenge to the others. Having shared the court with both for the entirety of his career, Rafael Nadal possesses a unique perspective on what made each rival exceptional. In a reflection, Nadal looked past the trophies and the statistics to identify the fundamental distinction in character and approach that separated the Swiss and the Serbian, offering a champion's insight into the two different forces that drove him. According to the report from We Love Tennis, Nadal reflected on a key difference that separated Federer and Djokovic, stating, "They are two different personalities, but ultimately, they share a great passion and love for the sport. They are major rivals who have pushed me to my limits all these years." This acknowledgement of their shared drive forms the foundation of his analysis, but it is his subsequent distinction that draws a clear line between them. Nadal elaborated, "Federer was a slightly more magical player from the point of view of pure talent and inspiration, while Djokovic is someone who is a bit more hardworking with a work ethic and a winning mentality that are hard to beat." Nadal's characterization of Federer as magical speaks to the Swiss maestro's effortless grace and creative shot-making. In contrast, Nadal's description of Djokovic highlights a different kind of formidable opponent. By pointing to his rival being a bit more hardworking, Nadal identifies the core of the Serbian's dominance, an indomitable will and a relentless pursuit of improvement. Beyond their tactical differences on the court, the relationship between the three champions adds another layer to their story. Rafael Nadal, Novak Djokovic, and Roger Federer always had immense respect for each other. Novak Djokovic has acknowledged that while there is immense mutual respect, he and his rivals, like Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer, were never friends, a dynamic he believes is nearly impossible between the fiercest of competitors. He expressed gratitude, stating, "I have always respected and greatly admired him. Thanks to him and Federer, I grew up and became who I am. This will unite us forever, therefore, I feel gratitude towards them. Nadal is a part of my life. In the last 15 years, I've seen more of him than my mum. We have never been friends. Between rivals, it is not possible, but we have never been enemies. I've always had respect for Federer. He was one of the greatest of all time. He had an extraordinary impact, but I've never been close to him." This sentiment of shared growth through rivalry was echoed by Nadal during his emotional farewell ceremony at the 2025 French Open, where Federer and Djokovic stood by his side. Nadal highlighted the profound message of their coexistence, stating, "You don't need to hate the opponent to try to beat him with all your force." And that's the message that I think we showed people, we showed the new generations, and in some way that's our legacy. Ultimately, Rafael Nadal's reflection provided a unique champion's insight into the thin line that separated Roger Federer and Novak Djokovic. A line drawn between the beauty of a defined strategic duel and the brutal challenge of an unpredictable, all-out war.